and appreciate the sponsorship of TPI Pauline Power. It is the right gesture that we all can give a big applause of appreciation for this sponsorship, which contributes to us getting together during these 2 days. So how about a round of big applause? Now I invite Mr. Phakapon Leopairat to give a speech on the topic of business transformation towards BCG economy. Please.
Okay, hello everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all the distinguished guests from Malaysia and Indonesia. Well, welcome to Thailand and more specifically Songkhla. I would like to thank you, the Prince of Songkhla University, for making all of this happen. I believe that IMT-GT will be the fastest growing region in the world between now and the next 30 years. I truly believe that. So the IMT-GT plus the ASEAN region is where you actually have to be. My name is Phakapon Leopairat. I'm the Executive Vice President of TPI Pauline Power Public Company Limited, or TPI PP. We are the biggest waste-to-energy power plant in Thailand and also in the ASEAN region. Moreover, we also have a world's biggest waste eliminator zero waste complex in the world. Notice how I said complex, because there's a lot of companies that have like 3 or 4 complex combined, they will be bigger than us. But if in a single location, in a single complex, we are actually the biggest in the world. All right, so to not waste any more of your time, let's get started. Just to give you a little taste of TPI Pauline, TPI Pauline Power, our mother company, TPI Pauline, with the booth at the back, you can check it out later. It is a fully integrated construction material producer. We have cement, concrete, fiber cement board, concrete roof tiles, organic fertilizers, all the way to lightweight concrete blocks. So pretty much you can build the entire house with only TPI Pauline products. They also have a business in the LDPE and EVA business, the polymers. Also, there's solar cell, solar films, water, all types of businesses. A very diverse group in TPI Pauline, and they hold around 70% of our company. We are TPI PP, and we focus more on the power plant. Our total revenue last year is around 11.3 billion baht. Our net profit is around 4.2 billion baht. Our asset is around 48.5 billion baht. Just to give you a little taste of how of the size and the specialty of the company. Now, if you go to TPI, first of all, you have to understand TPI. Where does it come from? What does it mean? And why are we going to BCG? T is from technology. We promise to use the latest, most up-to-date technology to conduct our business. P is from products. We promise to produce the best world-class products to answer all of your customers' needs. And last, innovation. This is the big one. We will always innovate new ways, new techniques, new products, new everything just to make sure that we are comply with BECG and we produce the best products. So actually, technology and products starts with I, innovation. Now, going from the group down to only the company itself, our vision and mission, TPIPP promised to be the leader in the waste to energy businesses with the latest, with the best technology and the latest innovation. We promise to be a green company, and we will grow with CSR and ESG principles. And last but not least, definitely, we want to be a sustainable company, sustainability with the BCG economy. Okay, now moving on a little further to our business itself now. We have two main businesses. One is the power plant business, and the other is the petrol and gas station. The power plant business is our main business. The petrol and gas station is kind of only our side business. We still hold the same policy that all of our expansion would be through the power plant business, not through the petrol and gas station business. This is to give you the summary of our petrol and gas stations. We have 12 stations. 8 are petrol stations, 1 is gas stations, and 3 is petrol and gas stations. Most of them are in Bangkok and in Sratburi area. So, and again, we will not expand beyond 12 gas stations as of now, but later, once there's a shift in cars from diesel or benzene to EV, we will reconsider our policy of no expansion of the gas stations. Okay, now let's go macro again to the Thailand stance on COP, which the Thai government just went to Egypt, and they already up there is COP26 last year. This is in Scotland. And then COP27 just last month in Egypt. So in 2025, the oil power plant will have to be gone, and they will start to use renewable energy back in 2025. In 2040, 68% of Thailand, in 2040, 68% of Thailand electricity would have to be from renewable energy. 2050, 74% will have to be renewable, and the coal power plant will have to be obsolete by 2050. And of course, Thailand will also be net zero. Net zero carbon dioxide, not net zero greenhouse gas. There's a difference there. And then finally, in 2065, we will start to use the fuel cell, natural gas, hydrogen blend, green hydrogen energy in Thailand. And Thailand will be net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2065. That's what the Thai government has said in the COP27 in Egypt. Now let's take a look of how about us, what the company is going to do. Back in 2009, we have 60 megawatt, and we keep growing with our the green bar, which is the MSW, Municipal Solid Waste. As I told you before, we're the biggest waste to energy producer in the ASEAN region. So we keep growing that, and then in 2018, we start with the red bar also, which is coal. So right now, we're still, not right now. 2 months ago, we're still at the same place as 2019, which is 440 megawatt, 180 is waste, 220 is coal, 40 megawatt is waste heat. And then in 2024, the waste heat is still 40 megawatt, the coal is 150, and then waste would go up to 250, and then others, which I will tell you what the others are in the later slides. Is another 60, so it's 500. And then in 2026, 40 megawatt would be waste heat, 424 would be waste, 60 megawatt is still others, and 0 would be from coal in 2026. Okay, let's start with the others. What are the others? Right now, we already signed an EPC for a solar farm with the suppliers. The capacity is 60 megawatt installation, but then the net capacity would come to around 55 to 57 megawatt. We expect to see, we divide into 3 phases. The last phase to be done around the middle of 2024, so almost 2 years from now. Anyway, so after that's done, we will have approximately 55 more megawatt. And then we also have a wind turbine. This is not a wind farm. This is only 1 turbine. It's 5 megawatt. And the expect COD is about the same time, around the middle of 2024. So 55 plus 5, that would be the 60 other megawatt that in the previous slides. And also we are outside of our Saraburi plant, we also bid for a small waste to energy power plant outside of the Saraburi complex. Beginning of last year, February and March, we won 2 power plants. One in Songkhla, which is around 10 kilometers south from this hotel. If you can go check it out later. It's right next to the landfill sites today. That's why they want to get rid of the landfill sites, and that's why they want us to build a small power plant there. It's going to be around 8 megawatt. And then the Nakhon Ratchasima, which is in the northeastern part of Thailand, that one is 10 megawatt, and both are expected to COD around 2024. The COP, the environmental assessment of Songkhla one is complete. Right now we are negotiating about the PPA, and then but the Nakhon Ratchasima is we're still underdoing the environmental assessment process, but both should be done around 2024. Songkhla may be the beginning, and then Nakhon Ratchasima may be towards the end of 2024. Now, the coal replacement. Remember the red bar from 2019? It keeps going less until 2026. This is where it goes. This is where it comes from. Now, we're going to replace all our coal into waste. In September this year, so around 3 months ago, we finished the first phase. The coal replacement is around 15%. The second phase, which COD around November, this one replaced another 15% of coal. So that's already 30%. Now, towards the middle of next year, we will go to another 50%, another 15%. So 3 phases combined, that's 45%. And then by the end, and then we have 4 phases 4, 5, and 6. Those would gradually finish between 2024 and 2025. So by the beginning of 2025, around April, we will be able to finish all the phase. So that's another 55%. So that includes all together 100% by April 2025. So to conclude everything, let's put it this way. Beginning of this year, we have 440 megawatt. 220 are from coal. So that's 50% from coal. In beginning of 2024, beginning of not next year, beginning of next year, we will have 500 megawatt, and 150 would be from coal, approximately 30%. But finally, at the beginning of 2026, when all of our modification, all of our additional equipment are complete, 524 megawatt will be our capacity, and 0 megawatt, 0 kilowatt, 0 watt, no electricity would be from coal in 2026. And that's BCG to TPIPP. What does this mean in terms of carbon credit? In the year 2021, 8,500 tons of waste is received by us every day. This is the real numbers back in 2021. And we are around, so we are around 5.8 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent waste. If you don't use it, it creates methane, and as we all know, methane gas is 21 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide equivalent, we would be around 5.8 million tons. Not 5.8 million tons that we save, but 5.8 million tons over net zero. So most people are just, so everyone is saying, oh, okay, 5.8, that must be from 8,500 tons. But actually, we are going to be 5.8 tons over carbon neutral by 2021. Now, by 2026, we will receive 17,000 tons of waste, and that contributes to around 12 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. So, when the country is saying by 2050 they will be carbon neutral, by 2026 we're already 12 million tons over carbon neutral. So we're way ahead of the country in terms of carbon neutrality. Now, how does that relates back to micro view, the community themselves? This is the landfill sites in Nakhon Ratchasima. About the picture at the top is in 2017 before we put in our pre-sorted plant, and the picture at the bottom is 2022 in August, 5 years after we put in our pre-sorted plant. So look at the electric poles, look at the fence, look at the road. It's the exact same view, exact same location, 5 years apart. So I would say the trash should go down, what, 50-60% of the picture at the top. So after we put in our pre-sorted plant, in 5 years, this is what happens. Now, if we put in another 5 years, we believe that we can get rid of all the waste, the landfill sites, and then the local government can use it for public parks or hospital or police stations or any even department stores, anything that would add more economic value to the land than, well, landfill sites. So not only that we're getting rid of the waste and methane gas and carbon dioxide and all that, not only that, we also give land back to land back to the community, which would greatly benefit the community and the country as a whole. This is the exact same situation in Chonburi landfill. So 2017 and 2022, after we put in our pre-sorted plant, the waste goes down to quite a lot. Let's look at the awards that we already got. Thai Pot Institute, who is a very keen institute on ESG, we asked them to rate us, and in 2021 and 2022, TPIPP received a gold standard, which is the highest standard from the Thai Pot Institute. We also received the CSR Award and the Green Industry Award, level 4. That's from the Ministry of Industry. The Thailand Energy Award, we receive it since 2024, almost every year. So we receive the Thailand Energy Award almost every year, Ministry of Energy. And then also we became Thailand representative to go to the ASEAN Energy Award, and we won a few of that also for the ASEAN Energy Award. The ACES Award, Asia's Corporate Excellence and Sustainability Award from Morse Group in Malaysia. We received the Asia's Most Influential Company in 2021. That's the award we got. And then also the Most Innovative Initiative towards Waste Processing Plant in 2021 from the International Finance Magazine based in UK. So we got that also. In 2022, this is the same award by International Finance Magazine, but however, this award is on a bigger scale. This is the most innovative green practice towards ESG in 2022. And we also got the award from Global Economics, the best product innovation toward sustainable growth in 2022 also. So that's the award. This award is also based in UK. And TPI Pulling Power, we also received the Thailand Sustainability Investment from the Stock Exchange of Thailand. Now, to give you some extra information, when we talk about the COVID-19 waste, most of people, when we talk about COVID-19, people would be thinking of mask or medicine, vaccine, hospital, and all of that. One problem that I haven't seen anybody, and I mean anybody, talk about is the COVID-19 waste. What are we going to do with the waste with all the COVID-19 contamination? There's no, since we're not an expert in mask or vaccine or anything like that, but however, our expertise is in waste, so we decide to, okay, why not try to treat these waste? And after we do all of our research, it turns out that we are the first company that is certified by the Ministry of Industry that we can sanitarily clean up, eliminate the COVID-19 waste the right way, the correct way. Since October of last year until September of this year, so around 12 months total, we have already eliminated around 17,000 tons of COVID-19 waste, and last month we already got the affirmation that we can continue to get rid of the COVID-19 waste from the Ministry of Industry. So even though we're not a great hospital or vaccine or mask company, we can use our expertise to go help the COVID-19 waste if you do it the right way. Okay, that should wrap up my presentation. So in conclusion, I would say that we will become a net zero power plant in 2026, and BCG is all about net zero because the carbon dioxide is the actual cost of global warming. So if we can take care of that, then we should be doing the BCG the correct way. Okay, so I guess my time would be up, so I will hand back to the MC. Thank you all.
I'm certain that the audience would be keen to ask questions. Yes please อาจารย์แหลมทอง
Yeah, thanks a lot for the nice information and also your activity to, so to say, reduce carbon dioxide emission. But so I have one thing in my mind. So I think you change from coal to waste, and then so you burn the waste to make electricity, right? Okay. So what about the risk assessment of burning this kind of waste, especially the plastic? Okay, you can say that you can reduce the carbon emission because you get rid of using the coal, but you replace it with the waste instead. So what about the risk assessment?
After burning the waste, we have we're pretty keen on using waste also because as of 2 months ago, we still have 180 megawatt of waste. The carbon emission from burning coal to waste is around 2.2 times less than coal. The carbon emission that goes out will be offset by the methane gas that would not be created from leaving waste alone. So one thing we have to remember is that when we're talking about carbon neutral, we're not talking about how many carbon are you generating. We're talking about how many extra carbon are you generating. So if the waste are not used, it creates methane 21 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. So if we get rid of the waste, so we get rid of pretty much methane, therefore the carbon dioxide that we create is a lot less than using coal and a lot less from the methane gas. So when you're talking about extra carbon dioxide, it's actually negative, not positive.
So I mean, what else about the other chemicals which could be generated by burning plastic? I mean, other chemicals could be hazardous or toxic chemicals out of burning plastic.
The other chemicals, we have our own way of getting rid of the chemicals, which is kind of like the company secret. So, but trust me that we have already treat the air that we must treat the air before going out to the atmosphere. That's the most definite. But it's kind of the secret of how we do it. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Thanks a lot.
Is Lene?
Thank you. Thank you for a fantastic talk. I have a suggestion and 2 questions. The suggestion is the new thing of calculating the methane in CO2 equivalent is even making your business better, because now it's seen after only 20, 30 years horizon, give us times 82 and not times 23, the CO2. So that's a good point. The 2 questions I have, did I understand correctly that you don't capture the CO2 yet from your chimneys? That's one part of even better business if you don't. And the other one, have you tried to make organic acid extraction from the waste before? Because then you can have a positive that you can have an income.
Great question. As of right now, when we start to do our business, I would say carbon capture and storage, CCS, the technology was not there yet back then, and even today the technology is still kind of wishy-washy. We're not really sure of would it actually work or not, but we are very closely studying on the CCS technology, and if it's possible, then definitely we have to do it. That's not because only our power plant side, but also from our parent company, the cement side. That is a lot of carbon. And then the next question would be the biogas. Our biogas is that the biogas that we did, we don't really do the biogas. We already studied that at the very beginning, before we using waste and then burning it as fuel, and it turns out that economically it would not work because the biogas that we're getting is economically it just doesn't work. Yeah, pretty much.
But you misunderstood. I mean, I wasn't clear. I suggested organic acid. It is a very simple technique. The Ørsted company in Denmark is using it in UK. And so that's a simpler technique and easier to make money from than the biogas. That's one thing. The other part is the carbon capture from single points, not from direct air capture. Direct air capture, I agree, that is a little 20, 30, 40 more years to come. But the carbon capture and storage seen from the chimney points, that is within reach. We are planning for our cement factory in Denmark to make that already in a pilot scale.
All right. After it is done, we will definitely look into the CCS at the chimney, not from the air. Okay. And then I'm not sure about the organic acid question. I never heard about it before. But anyway, yeah, we will look into that definitely. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now, as a symbol of our appreciation, I invite Associate Professor Dr. Anchana Pratep to present a souvenir from our faculty. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the time to spread out to the respective sessions. 4 plenary speakers will kick off the respective tracks as they are. Here in this room, for this session on medicine and health, plenary speaker, Professor Dr. Supayang Warawuttikunchai from the Center of Antimicrobial Micromaterial Innovation, Southeast Asia, and Natural Product Research Center of Excellence, Faculty of Science, Prince of Songkla University, represent on the topic of creating value through R&D-based innovations. Then we have Professor Zulfikar Yasin from the School of Biological Science, University Science Malaysia, on the topic of climate change and its repercussions on the IMT-GT region. He will preside on climate change and environment in Songkla Ballroom 2. Whereas Session 3 on biology and biodiversity in Phuong Pha Room is commenced by a presentation by Professor Dr. Mohammad Basyuni from the Faculty of Forestry, University of Sumatera Utara, Indonesia, on the topic of risk and opportunities for achieving sustainable development goals through restoration of Indonesia's mangroves. And Session 4 on biowaste, food science and technology in the Beach Lounge Room, Professor Dr. Sumet Chai Prapat from the Energy Technology Research Center and Faculty of Engineering, Prince of Songkla University, will open this session with his presentation on the topic of utilization of biowaste and wastewater as a resource in environmental engineering applications. At 5 p.m., we invite all participants to join the Session 5 on food science and technology in the Beach Lounge Room and Research and Innovation exhibition and poster session with an on-stage presentation by Mr. Naradon Tanjarupan Vice President and responsible person for quality assurance at the TPI Pauline Power Public Company Limited. And at the end of the day, we will get back together during the welcome dinner here at Songkla Ballroom, starting at 6 p.m. So thank you and enjoy your day.